Alright, good morning guys. Welcome back to another video. First of all, you may notice my voice is a little hoarse. I kind of woke up like this, so I don't really know why it happened. But anyways, on today's video, I'm actually doing two things. One kind of behind the scenes, one I'm doing like for the video. So what I'm doing for the video is I'm actually going to be cleaning out my throttle bodies. Last time that I looked at them, they're a little bit dirty, and I just want to clean them, see if maybe that helps out like my idle, my starting, and any other issues I might have. It's also like this is like just over 113,000 miles, so it's like always like good to like keep up with like maintenance too. So I started with disconnecting the battery. I actually disconnected both the negative and the positive because I visited Infiniti service center a couple days ago, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but like on that center screen, like on the dash over there, the mileage remaining counter is a little bit off. So the mechanic that I talked to, he recommended me to disconnect both negative and positive and then just leave it for like 10 minutes. He said it worked for his Altima, so hopefully it works with this also. I'll let you guys know. But besides the throttle bodies, what I'm also having done is I'm actually I finally got a 5th lug nut for each wheel. However, the threads and insides of the lug nuts need to be cleaned. So my dad is actually helping me out with that while I do the throttle bodies. He's taking off all the lug nuts, taking the wheel off, brake cleaning the threads, brake cleaning the inside of the lug nuts with like a Q-tip or something, and then help me put it back on. So if I change things around a little bit, like if it looks a little different, that's what's going on with that. We just finished up that one corner over there. Also, if you don't know, when you're torquing down your lug nuts, you want to torque it down to 80 foot-pounds in a star pattern. So that's a little tip for you there. But yeah, anyways, if you don't have a aftermarket strut bar, you don't have to do this. However, I'm removing the 17 mil in the back with the Allen wrench inside here. Hold one in place, move the other one. Taking the bar off. You guys know the drill. I've done this so many times before. Loosen the hose clamps, take off the metal pipe that the MAF sensor attaches to, take off the silicone hose, and then you can access the throttle body. What I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to take the throttle body off so I can like get it good cleaned everywhere, and then putting it back after that. After cleaning throttle bodies, you're going to need idle relearn, so I'll go into that once I finish up. However, I just want to show you what I do once I have everything off. Alright, now something that I wanted to address that some of you may have noticed is with the original intakes, usually you'd have like a PCV system over here, but instead with just the dual intake upgrade kit, it just comes with 2 hoses. And that kind of like takes away from the PCV system. So I do eventually want to get a Z1 Motorsports dual oil catch can kit. It usually has them, I believe, mounted right here and right there, if I'm not mistaken. I do want to get it, but it's just pretty expensive. It's like, even with a discount right now, it's like, I think at least like $400. So I am aware that there is like oil going back into the engine. Like, it's like very, very slight. Again, the PCV system only like is supposed to just take away like the rest of that little bit. So I am aware that I don't have a PCV system, like quote unquote. I don't have a system. And I do want to get one. I just don't have money for it right now. I'm busy trying to fix this. Make sure everything works right first before like doing extra like other modifications. So that being said, I'm gonna finish taking this off, and then we'll get to the throttle body cleaning. Oh, also one other thing that I wanted to mention is that I know it looks a little like dirty on the screw over here. I know I'm missing a fender liner. I ordered one, it's on the way, but I did want to say that I did actually clean out the MAF sensor. So I got some MAF sensor cleaner, just sprayed it on and let it dry for like 10-15 minutes and put it back. So I'm hoping that helped out with a little issue. But yeah, fender liner, I'm getting both new ones because I do actually have the Z1 Motorsports aluminum undershroud, and I'm waiting for that. Like, I do have it, I'm waiting for the fender liner, and I want to get a new bumper because, yeah, there's not really any way to recover from this or that or that, or figure out why this isn't working. There's a lot wrong with this bumper. Also, this is not working anymore. This is a little janky. I'm missing like a lot of screws everywhere. So I think it'll just be better to get a Kappa certified new front bumper and just be done with it. And so that's what's going on with that. Anyways, on to the throttle bodies now. Alright, so I have my driver's side throttle body disconnected. I just want to see if I can get in, like, show you guys kind of like how bad it is. You can sort of see like all the black stuff like around the edges. Yeah, that's all carbon buildup. Can only imagine what the inside of it looks like. Yeah, that I don't know if it's supposed to be like less yellowish than like. Yeah, that's pretty bad in my opinion. So yeah, look at the other one off. Alright, so passenger side is off now also. I don't think, like, I mean, this one is definitely a little bit more oily, but with all the black carbon around the edges, I don't think this is as bad as the driver's side. Yeah, so now let's let me start the cleaning procedure. Alright, so both throttle bodies are now disconnected from the plenum. Technically, you don't even really have to do this. I saw this one YouTuber, I forgot his name, but I'll link him in the description. I saw that he actually kept the throttle bodies attached to the plenum and did everything, but I'm just doing it just to make sure that I get everything good. So, I have my throttle body cleaner right here, and yet I have a new toothbrush. What you're going to do is, you're just going to spray a bit of throttle body cleaner onto the toothbrush bristles, and then you're gonna go in and like clean out like the whole throttle body, and you're gonna be very careful when opening the butterfly valve. That's gonna start the whole procedure, the whole idle relearn. However, it is something that you need to do. It's very important. So I don't think I'll be able to like record myself doing this, but if you've brushed your teeth before, you know how to use a toothbrush and how to clean out like everything on that. So just don't have to do too hard or too long. Just make sure you get everything like decently well, and I believe that should be good enough. I'm just gonna go probably like a little bit more because I'm probably like a little bit of a perfectionist, and I want to make sure that everything's cleaned out well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that quickly, and then I'll get back to you guys with how it looks before and after. So before I start the next clip, actually, what I'm gonna do is, actually, let me do the driver's side because better lighting from the sun. So, let's see the before of the front. And then the before of the back, or the inside, whatever you want to call it. And after that, let me get the after. Alright, and I'm back after cleaning off my driver's side one. You can't really tell from the inlet side, but from the outlet side, oh my god, does it look a lot better. It almost looks like the front, basically. I mean, I still have like a little smudge there, but I think that's like nothing really to worry about. I might just like clean up after this cut anyways, but this is wild. Look, this is a difference. This is after cleaning, and this is before cleaning. Look how orange the butterfly looks. Look how black and like sooted with carbon buildup the outside ring looks over here. Oh my goodness. Alright, so hopefully this means that stuff actually gets better and improves, because just look at the difference from here. Like you can just see it's no shading or anything. At least it doesn't look like it on the camera. You can see how much darker that one is compared to this one over here. It's hopefully the difference in like my my engine running well is as big of a change as this cleanup is. And also, I just want to show you guys, this is the toothbrush that I was using. You remember at the beginning of it, it started off white, right? Yeah, this is how it ended up. And this isn't even like after the end of it all. No, I actually used the throttle body cleaner to spray off all the carbon buildup from this about 6 or 7 times, and it's still this dirty. This is honestly crazy. Like, if you want what do you call it? If you want something to do for maintenance to help like keep your engine running healthy and well, this is really recommended to do, because like look at all this like dark like gunk buildup over here. This is definitely not good for your engine. Yeah, a lot of people overlook this because, oh, I don't want to do the throttle body relearn, or oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. This is important to do, honestly. And I don't know why I haven't done this before. Actually, I do, because I didn't really know anything that much back then. But yeah, this is really important to do. And yeah, I'll get back to you after I finish up with the second one over there. All right, now check out how beautiful the other one looks as well. It looks like it could almost pass for slightly used at this point, honestly. The back is cleaned up to look almost pretty much like the front. There's obviously still a little bit here and there. You're not going to get everything, but this is cleaned up as well as it can be cleaned up. Unfortunately, like since this is 2013, there's no reasonable warranty left over for this, so I can't just get new ones or anything. And I believe if I want to get like other new ones, it'll probably be like, I don't know how much OEM ones cost, but I saw Daytona Racing has like upgraded a little bit, upgrade diameter ones for like $900, which is crazy. So this is definitely like a nice way to avoid paying that extra fee. So I'm gonna get everything bolted back in, and then I'm gonna start the whole idle relearn procedure. And there's like 3 things to that besides just idle relearn. It's like idle relearn, like accelerator, like position pedal, and like something else. But I'll get into that once I finish putting everything back together. Alright, so everything is reconnected back together. I'm leaving the strut brace off for now, just in case I have to get back in for something. One unfortunate thing that I noticed is that my intake, I don't know if you can really see, there's like, hold on. Yeah, you see the metal clamps over there? Yeah, the metal clamps. Yeah, there we go. So this one, because I tied it with string, it stays up. But the other one, you can see it's like very far down there. It fell off the crash bar. At some point, I don't have time today, but at some point I need to take the bumper off and tie it with the string to the crash bar also, so it doesn't keep on falling down like that and losing my airflow. But that's not really the most important problem right now. Right now I just want to make sure my engine like runs like smoothly and properly as it should. So let me get into looking at the other YouTube videos and looking to see the whole idle relearn procedure. Alright, so the first step is called the accelerator pedal release position learning. So what you gotta do is you gotta turn it into the on position for 2 seconds. 0, 1, 2. Then turn it off for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then turn it on again for 2 seconds. 0, 1, 2. Then turn it off again for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now that should be learned. And while I say it should be 2 seconds, 10 seconds, it should be at least 2 seconds or at least 10 seconds. So it doesn't have to be exactly like on the dot. So let's get to the next step. Alright, so the next step that you're going to want to do while the car is in the on position without the engine on is the idle relearn with the throttle body. So what you're going to do is you want to make sure that your coolant temp is under 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Right here it says it's 34 because I have the Ecutech app and I can read my diagnostics. So with that being said, then you start the car, and I believe you warm it up to 65 degrees Celsius, which I think is like around 164 degrees Fahrenheit for the coolant. So start it up. And I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the coolant temp to make sure it warms up to what it needs to be at. Also, I just want to add in a side note that disconnecting the negative and positive terminals on that battery looks like, at least for now, it did work to reset the distance to empty counter. So thank you, Infiniti Tech guy, for that. So now I'm gonna keep waiting until it warms up the temp. Alright, so now that my coolant temp is at least 149 degrees Fahrenheit, what I'm gonna do now is simply shut the engine off, and the throttle bodies should make some kind of sound. So I want to see if I can catch the sound while I turn the car off. Yep, I don't know if you heard that, but that was the sound of the throttle bodies relearning what to do with that. So that was the end of step 2. Just turn the car off, make sure it makes that sound. Now let me go to step 3. Alright, so this third and final step is a little long, so I'm going to break it down into little parts. So part 1 is go for a 10-minute drive just to warm the engine and transmission, make sure everything is working with that. So I'm going to turn the car on. Well, that was interesting. I thought it was gonna go all the way to red light. Yeah, thank God that did not happen. So yeah, I'm gonna close the hood and go for that drive. Make sure everything is warmed up the way it should be. Alright, so after you come back from the drive, the second part that you're gonna do is you want to make sure that your battery has at least 12.9 volts, and I use my voltmeter. I found out it's at like 14 or something, which is awesome. So that's already done with. Part 3 is you want your car to be in park. I believe that we want the parking brake to be on. If you have a manual, you want it to be in neutral, and you're going to have your parking brake pull-up one here. You want it to be up. Number 4, like part 4, is you want your steering wheel to be straight ahead. You want to reduce the amount of electrical load going like from the car. So heated seats off, climate control off, radio off, and also screen off, which I didn't even know that I could do. So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing is guys, I guess kind of like 0.4, 0.5. If you have daytime running lights, yeah, just make sure they're off. So mine's fully off. And if you have your manual car with a parking brake, you need the brake to be on, or I guess even they're down there too. Make sure the parking brake is on to turn off daytime running lights. You know what, this actually, this last part is really confusing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna look at Motorvate's DIY Garage. I'm gonna look at his video on what to do, because this is a lot to go through. I wanna make sure I get everything right. I don't fuck anything up. So what I remember is you wanna turn the car to the off position. You want it to be there for 10 seconds at least. So let's get started with this whole procedure.
At this point, we are now ready to start the idle air volume learning procedure. Make sure the ignition switch has been off for at least 10 seconds. Confirm the accelerator pedal is fully released.
No
Turn the ignition to on and wait 3 seconds.
1,
Fully depress
2,
and release
3,
the accelerator pedal 5 times within 5 seconds.
2,
Then
3,
wait 7
5.
seconds.
1, 2, 3,
Then
4,
depress the accelerator pedal.
6, 7. Then depress. 1,
The service engine soon light will start to flash.
4, 5, 6. It's flashing. 9, 10, 11.
After about 20 seconds, it will stop flashing and stay on.
15, 16,
Release the accelerator pedal within 3 seconds of the light staying on. Start the engine and let it idle for at least 20 seconds.
3.
Release the accelerator pedal within 3 seconds of the light staying on.
And now
Start the engine and let it idle for at least 20 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Turn off the engine.
19,
As a final check, start the engine and let it idle for about 20 seconds.
Alright, and now I guess
Rev the engine 2 to 3 times to make sure it...
Alright, getting a little ahead of me. So now let it settle at idle.
Final check, start the engine and let it idle for about 20 seconds.
Engine speed, idling just like slightly high, but I think that's like roughly, I think that's like within acceptable like parameters, I guess.
Rev the engine 2 to 3 times to make sure it returns to a proper idle somewhere between 600 to 700 RPM.
Alright, so proper idle has to be between 600 and 700, so let's just give it a few idles, like revs. Does it return to idle? Okay. Alright, and let me just check what my idle is one more time. Data logging. It's a little high, but I don't think it's like anything too crazy to be worried about, hopefully. Alright, so I just did all the steps again, watching the video just in a more timely fashion, and now it's idling between 650, well, between 600 and 700, and that's what you want. So I think before, when I was doing it on camera with the YouTube video, I just didn't do it like within a time frame that I needed to. So just want to see, sounds good. Make sure it returns to idle. So does it return to idle? Okay. 675, 650, awesome. Does it return? Awesome. All right. So that is that part done. That is like the whole like part of that. I'm gonna link Motorvate's DIY garage video in my description because this really helped me out a lot, and I wouldn't have really figured out like what went wrong with the idle speed if I didn't like try doing that again, I guess. So that finishes up step 3 of this whole procedure. So to wrap it up, today we learned how to 1, clean the throttle bodies and the butterfly valves. And then we learned 2, 3, 4. We learned the 3 relearn procedures on at least the Infiniti G37 Nissan 370Z. So after that, I'm hoping that my car runs a little bit better and gives me a little bit like extra, like little bump in horsepower that I need, because having little problems here and there. And I want to get this sorted out before I start my E85 tuning with Z1 Motorsports. Because they sent me the quote-unquote finalized tune for 93 octane, but I want to wait until I, I pick that intake up from behind the crash bar and tie it with the string again. I'll wait before I do that, and send them one more data log and see what happens before going to E85, because I want to make sure that everything is like in tip-top shape, and I want my car to perform well in 93 octane as well as E85, not just the 85. So that is going to conclude today's video. If you guys can give a like and subscribe, that'll be awesome. I'm trying to bang out more videos, kind of maintenance as it comes along. As you can see with my car, it kind of really needs it. Like, ignore that right there, and ignore this panel gap over here. Yeah, it needs to be cleaned up. It needs maintenance here and there. This is fine, but I'm trying to restore it back into good condition, because I don't know, it's just my daily, like, I don't like, it's not like an M3 or anything that like I try to keep like in like immaculate shape. I just want it looking good for what it's supposed to do. So anyways, here's the end of the video. Like and subscribe, share with other people, who knows, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video I make.